welcome to our second episode of Share My Passion. So, today our guest is Adrian Earle, a very talented young man. Adrian is a freshman here at Averett University. He's majoring in aviation. He's a member, actually, the vice president of the freshman SGA cabinet. He also plays in the football team here at Averett University. But that's not all. Adrian plays piano, so I'll say he's a pianist. He also sings, a very talented singer.
Forever faithful towards me, and you're always providing for me. Great is your mercy, I see day after day.
And very recently, I guess, he shared his passion for painting. So today, what we are gonna be doing is have a friendly talk with Mr. Earl on where all these gifts are coming from, and most importantly, what does he do with them? If you are still interested, do not leave us just yet. Let's get started. I actually see Adrian coming, so we are just gonna do this like this, and I'm just gonna turn the camera just like that. Hi, Adrian, and thank you for agreeing to do this with me today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So guys, today, well, as I said in the introduction, we are gonna be painting, and Mr. Adrian here said he was not gonna tell us what he was painting until the end. So Adrian, I want to talk about football. For how long have you been playing?
So I started playing football when I was 3. That's when I got my first football. I asked for it for Christmas, and it's that, along with the guitar, is the only thing I asked for that Christmas. Yes, I've been playing since I was 3, and haven't taken a year off since. So.
I don't know where your passion for football is coming from.
Now I think it's more driven on just really a love to kind of see contact, feel contact. It might sound a little violent, but it's really not. It's really fun. I really enjoy football.
So what do you mean by contact?
So basically, getting to hit people. Yeah, that's a big part of the game, big part of my game as a defensive player. So that's something that I kind of enjoy doing.
Outside of football, you told me off camera that you play piano, and he also sings.
I do.
And you told me that you actually learned how to play piano by yourself.
Yeah.
So how did you do that?
So music is, I guess you could say, in my blood, in my genes. Not by my direct family, but by my kind of distant family, I guess you could say, like uncles and aunts, because my immediate family, I'll just say they're musically challenged in a way. My dad's in the choir, but my mom's not, and my sister's kind of sort of in the choir, but it's not all that big for her. But first I started out kind of learning songs that I knew and that I heard the piano in on the radio and on my phone and stuff like that. I started with those songs, trying to find the keys and stuff like that. Then I realized after teaching myself like 2 songs by ear um, that I had an easier way of learning songs, which was going on YouTube and YouTubing how to play certain songs and certain chords and stuff like that.
So, for those that don't have a musical ear, like, can you actually train to actually have a musical ear?
So if you really want to, if you really want to have that ear for music, I believe anybody can because it's not something. I mean, some people, of course, are born with it, but personally, I think anybody, if you listen to music a lot, will start picking up on different things, whether they realize it or not, because that's just how powerful music is.
So let's talk about your singing then. Like, do you train or because guys, I promise you, he is amazing, but I keep that for later. Yeah. So where did that come from? Or do you train to have the voice, the kind of voice that you have?
I wouldn't say that I necessarily trained or anything like that. I kind of just sing all the time, whether it gets annoying or not.
And what kind of songs do you like to sing?
Well, I really like to sing gospel music, kind of spiritual music, because I feel like it has more of a meaning than some other music. The spiritual aspect of things, I just feel like I'm singing for something. I'm singing with a purpose. So
How long have you been singing?
that's probably since I came out too, since I was born, because my family has like videos of me when we were in California and stuff like that, kind of street performing with a street performer. He was playing his guitar, and I had made up a little song when I was really young to his guitar playing, and I kind of attracted a little crowd. It was pretty cool. I guess you could say that was my first little singing gig, but I enjoyed that. And even though I can't personally remember it without seeing the video, I know it started there and stemmed from there and has kept going since then.
So did you get money?
I think I gave it to the guitar player. I let him keep that.
Alright. So back to talking about you being an athlete, it's very unusual. I would say pretty unique to actually find an athlete that sings, plays piano, and also paints. So how did you find out that you could actually paint?
When I really started knowing that I was kind of semi good at painting was here recently when I started taking it pretty seriously. So I'd probably say within the last year.
Mhm. And do you have a favorite artist?
Um,
Do you get inspired by an artist in particular?
This is probably pretty cliche, but I said Picasso. Um, I actually like him more for his abstract work. Um, because when you think of paintings, that's the first name you think of is Picasso. So I would definitely go with Picasso.
Okay. And you've talked about layering. That's like a technique for painting, right? Do you want to
Right.
explain?
So layers or coats of paint. When I was younger, I would kind of just paint and keep painting until it was the color that I wanted it to be and the thickness I'd want it to be. But in all actuality, what you can do with layering is just put one coat of paint on, let it sit, let it dry, and then go back and put another coat on, and just see where you're at after that, and see if you want to add more, or maybe you need to change the color because it's not the exact color you want, and you're able to do that when you switch it up like that.
Okay. Guys, I see what he's painting, and I'm like, I am so intrigued. I actually want to know what it is, but even now I can't tell. I guess we'll see at the end. We are gonna be back in a short period of time to show you the results.
A few moments later.
So we're back. Lydie and I have finished our paintings. Here are our masterpieces. So what I did was kind of an abstract style painting, kind of leaving the interpretation or meaning of it to the viewer. So however you want to see the painting, you can. I have an idea of why I painted it and how I painted it, and the colors that I used are all meaningful to me, but I'd like it to be interpreted in anyone's interpretation. So I really leave it up to the viewer and what they see.
I only got smileys. That's it, just smileys. Yeah. You want me to integrate it?
You can. What do you think of the painting?
I think I don't know, y'all. He said something about outside, so I guess this is grass. I mean, are you gonna say yes? No? Okay. Okay, so this is grass,
Yeah.
and then you have the sun,
Okay.
kind of sunset. Yeah, sunset type.
Okay.
And then I see what you're doing here. It's like, y'all know when you see the sun, like you have all those different layers of colors. Yeah, so maybe that's what it is over there. Well, off camera, he did tell me that this was water, so yeah. Then I see Faith here, and I guess I'm just like relate that to, when he said he was singing, and then he liked to sing religious songs. So I guess Faith is like a big part of you. And since you said it's meaningful, I guess, I don't know. I guess this is this your faith? I really don't know. But he's gonna tell us. So go ahead.
So faith is the word I've used on pretty much all of my serious paintings that I've done recently. As I said earlier, I used to paint when I was really young, but honestly, the purpose wasn't really there. Now I have a purpose. So as I'm painting now, I always try to leave a little space somewhere where I can write faith, just because I love that word. It's probably my favorite word, because I like to have faith. Honestly, it's painting, period, isn't something that I thought I would necessarily be good at or anything like that. But when I talked to my mom about it, she kind of just told me to have faith, just paint. So, and that's what I kind of do every time I touch a canvas or anything blank that I'm about to paint on. I like to remember to have faith. So at the end of the painting, I'll write faith on it, and I'll be happy with my work every time.
Oh. I like this. I like it. So, Adrian, thank you for doing all this here with me, and thank you for taking the time to paint here.
Oh, yeah. No, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching this video. And don't forget to follow us on, I don't know, I'm just going to put the link somewhere around here.
It myself away. Oh God, I give myself away.